Well, I'm right here. Last time I made a video about on how you can be able to compound 10K and make a whooping 400K. And people were amazing. They were like, what? I never thought of something called the compounding effect. And I told you it's actually one of the wonders of the world. And people are saying, hey, fine, that's amazing. But what if I do not have that a humongous amount of money, like 10 G's at the end of the month? What if I have little more than, less than that? How about you make a video and show us exactly how I can go about it? And today I'm showing you how you can be able to compound 2,500. Can you just imagine that? And by the way, for you to be able to save this amount of money each and every month, how much should be your salary? Around, let's say 10K, 12, 15, 20, around there. So that's quite an affordable amount of money. All right, so let's get to see exactly how do you manage to actually compound 2,500 and make a whopping close to 120,000 Kenyan shillings. How do you do that? It's all about numbers. Stick around, take a pen and paper and listen carefully because I'm going to take you through not a bumpy ride, but a smooth one. All right. And by the way, I've actually made the mathematics easier because I've outlined everything is on my board. All right. And by the way, don't forget this, that I always post a video each and every day like these ones on how you can be able to make money, be it either online, conventional way, running businesses, managing your finances, or if this is a place that you can be for exactly that. So if you don't want to miss any of my good videos in the future, do this. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free of charge. On your right, click that small button there written subscribe. It is in black, and turn that notification bell and like this video. And by only doing that, the whole YouTube will notify you whenever I upload a new good video. So let's get into this business. Now, here you are, you have your 2,500 for your savings each and every day. Or you obviously know one thing, because saving that money in a bank where it's not even earning you any interest, actually your money is being eaten away by what we call the inflation. So let's be smart and invest it, and we grow it as we save it. Now, the question is this, where do you save it? For this proposal, I suggest you pick yourself a SACCO. Which SACCO? I ain't gonna give you an example of that, but obviously pick a SACCO that has a good reputation, and we're looking for a SACCO that has at least 17% in terms of interest. I know you're like, 17%? Yeah, absolutely. There is a SACCO that is actually giving you over 20% or close to, or rather 20%. All right. So let's pick an example, 17%, and let's dive with it. The very first option that you're supposed to do, you open an account with them. They usually give you like 3 accounts. We are not interested with all of them since we do not have much of the money to save at the end of the month. We only have 2,500. Now, what do we do? You're given 2 accounts. There is an account called the dividend or share account, and that's what we're going to concentrate on. And there is another account called the Bossa and the Fossa account. We ain't going to concentrate on that. Last time I made about all those accounts, you can check my previous video. For this, we're going to concentrate on the dividend account alone. Now, on this 17% interest that you're being given, it's on the dividend account. How do you go about it? You keep doing your monthly contribution. Now, what happens now? On the year 1, a monthly contribution would add up to 30,000. 2,500 times 12, obviously it gives you 30,000. I said you pick a pen and paper, sit down and move step by step. Now, 30,000 actually attracts the 17% of it at the end of the year. 17% of it obviously is like 5,000 and something. But there is something called withholding tax, 15%. If you were to reduce that, you get a profit of 4,335. If you just put your money in that SACCO, you're doing nothing about it, it will make you 4,335. Remember, this is an investment, not a business. I know there's somebody who will be like, what? 30,000, I get 4,000 in a whole year? This is an investment. In investment, we say it is money working for you. You've done nothing to actually earn this amount of money. An investment is where the money works for you. Business is where you work for money. And high risk and low, you get what I'm saying? Absolutely. Now, we move to the next level. Now, the year 2, remember one thing. You still have your 30,000 plus the 4,000. Now you kind of have your 34,000. All right. Now this 34,000 is still there, and again you're still continuing with your contribution the second year. So it is 30,000 plus 4,000, which is 34,000 plus the 30,000 that you have contributed the second year. Now makes it 64,000, and which is subjected to 17%, gives you an interest of 9,296 point blah blah blah. You can check on that. All right. Now the question is this. Now this is where the magic now starts to happen. And we are, by the way, we ain't gonna be this SACCO for quite a long time. We just want to have a target and then we get out of it. Let's say maybe your target is to, by the time you come to 2027, by the time you're going for the next round of the elections and what have you, you just want to get something and you do not want to earn a humongous amount of money. Say you want to start a business or invest somewhere. This is actually a very piece of thing that you can actually invest on. Now, you get your 64,000 subjected to 17%. Obviously, you minus this, the tax and what have you, you get your 9,296. Now, this is what you do. Now, this amount of money, you plus this 9,000 plus this one gives you like 73,000 and something of sort. Now you roll over that to the third year. Remember, your monthly contribution is continuing. That's what you've gotten as your monthly contribution the second year plus the interest, which makes like around 73,000 or 74,000 actually, gives you now plus the monthly or rather the yearly contribution of 30,000 gives you 103,631. And now this amount of money, you subject it to a 17% interest. And of course, you subtract the what we call the withholding tax on the interest. You get a whooping 14,974 point blah, blah, blah. Now, this is what you're supposed to understand the mathematics of the withholding tax and what have you. The withholding tax is 17, or rather is 15%. Why 15%? Is 15% on the interest, not on the principal amount. Now, whatever you get as your interest, all right? For example, if you can come back here, it was around 5,000 and something. If you can just do your mathematics around there and see wherever it is. Now, if you subtract that 15%, you get around 4,335. Now, that is the amount of money that you call it, hey, is your interest that you've actually earned. So if you keep on rolling over until the third year, now this 103, if you subject it to 17%, you get an interest of 14,000. And then after that, if you add the 103 plus this one, you get close to 18,000. Come on, you got your close to 120 Gs and you're like, but it's not yet 120 Gs, but close there. Sometimes this interest shifts. It can actually go higher than this. Therefore, you actually even high chances of actually making more than this. And what if you choose that SACCO that is making you or giving you over 20% or 20%? You can actually make a good amount of money. There are two options of actually hitting this thing in a different way. One, you can actually decide by the time you clock year 2, you get your 76 something, you can actually sell shares like some half of it, and then you can invest on the conventional businesses, and then that conventional businesses for what you're getting out of that, what we call the high risk and high returns, plus what you're getting from the SACCOs. Because again, I always tell you one thing, what you're supposed to understand is that diversify on your investment. Otherwise, if you put all your eggs in one basket, you're gonna get yourself into problems. So what you do, you can decide by the time you're finishing the second year, you can sell some of your shares, liquidate it, get some money, invest on the conventional businesses, you leave some cash on your SACCO, and then now you have two streams of income. You're earning something on the investments, and you're also getting something on what we call the businesses. Now, that is how you grow yourself. But before we part ways, there's something I would like to share with you, what you're supposed to consider before choosing a SACCO. Because that's a question that I always get right. And people asking me, hey, suggest for us what SACCO we can be able to invest on. I cannot be able to tell you that professionally. I'm not allowed to tell you, pick this one, pick the others, pick the other one. You can do the research on that. But if you do not have the time, perhaps you're busy, I do have a booklet that is ready with top 9 best SACCOs in Kenya. Everything included there. So all what you need to do, grab my number from the description of this specific video and then give me a call or text me. You can get your copy, and then from there we can get started. You get your copy, it's only $280. Now, with that copy, it has all the information on top 9 best SACCOs, how to join online, how much you're supposed to pay in a minimum deposit, registrations, and all those kind of things, all right? And their interest and all that kind of information. Now, these are the criteria that you're supposed to follow. And this one I can just give you for free, and if you need more information, you can grab my booklet. Number 1, consider a SACCO that actually has been there for quite a long time. Don't be fooled by a big percentages in terms of the interest rate, because, hey, we said let's not be greedy when it comes to wealth creation. You got to take time, and also understand that you have also to understand one thing. You can get lured in by their big promises in terms of returns and what have you, and that one can actually cause you more problem. The other thing you're supposed to consider, obviously consider their monthly contribution so that you don't get into a circle that is way above your weight. You can't punch above that weight. Again, consider the terms and terminologies, terms and conditions, like how, if you're interested to getting a loan, what are their terms? Can you be able to meet them? And I always advise people usually get into a circles with an aim of getting a loan in future. And they do so because, hey, maybe they do not have the capacity to start the business that they're looking forward into. So what you can be able to do, you can be able to go into the circle with a group of guys, and you can be able to guarantee each other when you're getting a loan. Number two, you can actually get a loan from a given circle. You can actually guarantee yourself. How do you do that? Let's say, for example, you are out there and you maybe saved, or you have saved like 100 Gs, or maybe like this 120K, and you would like to get a loan. You can actually get a loan like 110,000, all right? Your money. You get that money, you go invest. You've been given as a loan. You've left your money in a bank. You do your businesses. If you manage to repay all the loans, that money that you left in a circle, it's still actually accumulating more profit. And also that money you've been given out there, you're also doing your businesses. So once you manage to actually repay all your loan, then you can be able to retain the money that you had there, and also the money is still continuing to give you some cash. So it's actually an added advantage on top of another added advantage. Another advantage of actually joining SACCO is this. Can you imagine this? This interest that you're paying them, maybe let's say they're giving you at an interest, a loan at an interest of 12%. The same SACCO is giving you a dividends of at 17%. Now tell me, they're telling you it's 12% per year, and they're giving you an interest of, because that interest that you're paying, a fraction of it, you're also getting it because you are a member of that given circle. So it's like an added advantage. And unlike you going to a bank, you get a loan, you pay an interest, you're not a member of that bank, so you don't even stand a chance of getting even a dime from that interest that you've paid. So a SACCO is actually, it's like a double edge, whereby you not only make a profit. If they're giving you 12% an interest in terms of the loan they give you, they're giving you 17%. And maybe perhaps you happen to have a FOSA account, that's a fixed deposit, where they're giving you around 11%. So basically they call it like 9.5 due to the withholding tax and what have you. I mean, seriously, that's an added advantage, and you're supposed to consider that, because that and only that will be an amazing offer for any given circle. Anyway, I'm out. That's it. Anyway, don't forget to like this video and comment down below. Pick that number, and let's see you in the next one. Goodbye.